What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all very much. Hope everybody's week's off to a good start. Let's take a look at the astrology for Tuesday. It's Mars Day, and we do start off the day with the moon coming into Mars' sign of Aries and making a trine over to Mars, which can feel good energetically and maybe get us, kicked off on the right foot, kind of jumping out of bed with some energy and maybe feeling a little headstrong and kind of rambunctious to get things going, do something, that feels creative or fun, or just start the day and, kind of be feeling good about ourselves and emotionally satisfied with our identities and who we are. And those would be very positive things to start the day off with. But there's also this energy with the moon coming in to Aries that can have us feeling a little aggro. The moon's going to be with the north node opposing the south node. We can definitely feel a little bit of aggression, and the moon's also going to start off the day with a square to Venus in Capricorn freshly in there. So there could be some tensions about our relationships, kind of, I think, wanting to really put a lot of focus and intent into our futures and our values and our goals and what we're trying to create and how we're creating that and who we're creating it with and what's, getting started and what's the next step. And there could be a little bit of tension there, and especially with Mercury coming off the square to Saturn, it's not it's hard. It's hard to have a conversation. It's hard to kind of get everything off our chest. It's hard to say exactly how we feel. We do have that good aspect with Mars, and I think we have to take action, whether it's about things that need to be said or what needs to be listened to, any kind of communication. But I think we could just kind of be feeling a little heavy on our own, standpoint. So it's kind of like this mix, how are we kind of starting off the day? I feel like, of course, there's room to kind of turn things around throughout the day as the moon crosses the north node, and that can be, a little bit of weight, a little bit of pressure lifted. The moon's going to finish off the day with a trine to Mercury in Sagittarius also, and I think maybe by the end of the day we could really, if the day starts off a little aggressive and something of that nature, we could definitely feel a little bit better as the day goes on and able to say our piece and feel a little bit more comfortable with our own mind and the way we're analyzing and trying to take in so much of our realities right now. But yeah, if it starts off a little off, try to get through it as best you can and to be strong. It's moon in Aries and Mars in Leo. We got to just kind of get through things and I think find courage and strength and find ourself. And today's a good, Mars day to find ourself. It's Scorpio season. Of course, we want to merge, and there's a lot of emotion and transformation that's being felt. But that sun's opposing Uranus this week, and the full moon on the 15th is going to be right there with Uranus. So kind of building up to a very intense full moon, and maybe as this full moon waxes together here and waxes up into its full stage, we're just kind of feeling like there's a lot of different changes and twists and turns that are necessary in our own transformation and maybe for our own values and what we really want and what's even best for us moving forward and however that looks with what's going on in our life. But the sun coming off the quincunx to Jupiter, the quincunx to Chiron, and kind of coming out of that yod today, definitely pointing, I think, a good finger where we kind of have to have courage and trust in our own truth and our wisdom to transform and transmute and really come out of our cocoons in some way so that we can kind of shake off any kind of weird or sticky energy, because it can kind of feel like that, and that can be a part of sort of why things might be feeling a little aggro. Venus is starting to square the nodes, so we're in this weird pressure point of certain fated relationships, opportunities, projects we want to start, even just feeling, really solid and secure within ourselves. And I think having to really trust the process, Scorpio season 2, the inner trust to kind of go through depth, go through emotion, feelings, and to trust that we're going to come out stronger and more powerful on the other side, while also having to rethink and reevaluate different situations with also sort of blocks in the way. So kind of a tricky Tuesday. I do think some people are going to thrive and feel very empowered today with this moon in Aries, and I think other people are going to feel a little bit more frustrated and have to find a little bit more inner strength and emotional strength to kind of truck through. But I think as it gets to the end of the day, I do think that it does feel like a little bit of the weight's lifted, and we can kind of understand what's going on internally better. Then that'll help us process the external better, of course, too. What's in the cards for Tuesday? What is this? Temperance? Yeah, Temperance reversed. Brown, brown, brown. Yeah, it's funny. It's, this is kind of that card of feeling kind of at peace and patient, temperance upright, and feeling like we're in sort of a divine flow and things are kind of working out because we're letting things come to us. But reversed, it's almost like we're almost feeling like we have to try and force our hand or force things to happen and force flow right now. And I think sometimes there's definitely moments where we do and moments where we don't, and I think we got to intuitively know when to instinctually act today, so that we're not completely deviating from flow, but that we're maybe getting back into flow. And that can take some action in our own right too, to kind of get back into alignment, get back into flow, and not just stay off course a little bit. So I think we're trying to find course and get back in a nice flow today, but it can be kind of tense in doing so. But I do think by the end of the day we get there. So yeah, hope you guys do have a great day. There's always potential for a great day. I think the astrology is a little heated right now, and energetically things are kind of heated and building up to this full moon, but you can always have a good day. So I hope that you have a good day, and I appreciate and love you all very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Much love. Peace.